come and left a truly remarkable impression upon the school, and is somebody that I'm happy to be able to call a friend, as I'm sure are many of you. So without further ado, Jorge.
Good afternoon. As you may know, the two-year MPA program allows students to create curriculums that are tailor-made to their interests. This flexibility is great, but it has the unintended consequence that it is hard to find what defines us as a class. You know, the MPPs are young and bright. The new careers are experienced and accomplished. And the MPAs are good with numbers. Therefore, often when people talk about the MPAs, they resort to something like, you know, the MPAs, those HKS master students who are not MPPs, not new careers, and not MPAIDs. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to explore a more nuanced answer to the question, who are the MPAs? After pondering the question long and hard, I wondered to myself, what would Stan Levy do? So I decided to take a random sample of my classmates. Tell you something about each of them, and hope that what emerges is a representative picture of the class. I met Yu-Ho the day before orientation, and when I greeted him with the standard, "How are you?" he replied with the biggest smile on his face, "I am very, very good. My baby daughter was born last night while I was in the plane to come here." Because of visa restrictions, you have to wait until after the first semester to meet his daughter, and until the second year to be reunited with his daughter and his wife here in Cambridge. I tell this story because it represents the enormous sacrifices that many MPAs have endured in order to be sitting here today. There have been 10 babies born to MPAs and their spouses, but there have also been those who have traveled back and forth to care for a sick parent back home, and even those who have overcome life-threatening diseases to themselves or their spouses. To them and to their families goes my deepest admiration. In my mind, they are, and they always be, true heroes. You know, speaking about heroes, Scott Osterling is one of several MPAs, military and civilian, who have risked their lives to serve humanity in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other places around the world. In addition to his impeccable bill of service, on Thursday, Scott will add degrees from the Harvard Business School and the Harvard Kennedy School to his already prestigious West Point Academy education. I was telling a friend that it just doesn't get more impressive than that. And she replied, "Oh yeah, he's damn good looking too." There is a group of MPAs that I secretly like to call the politicos. If you get them in a room together, they wouldn't be able to agree on a single thing. But sure enough, Evan Hutchison won't rest until he brings down the last corrupt politician in New York. Christine Corker will eventually bring the Republican Party back to the center. And Guillaume Legy is already in the process of saving the socialists in France. Oh yeah, Guillaume asked me to clarify that socialist is not a bad word where it comes from. Many of you know my wife Barbara graduated a couple of days ago from the Fletcher School. Attending the commencement exercise at the top, I noticed that in addition to promoting the idea of public service, they talk about something called active citizenship. And active citizenship is just the perfect term to describe Esther Sue and Justin Steele. Together with MPA Paul 1, Esther Sue has worked tirelessly to prevent malaria and thus save lives in Africa. And Justin has touched the lives of many through his work at Year Up, a non-profit that aims to close the opportunity divide among young urban adults in the United States. Esther and Jocelyn represent the indomitable spirit of many MPAs who were just too impatient to wait for their time at HKS to be over in order to start changing the world for the better. You know, I could go on and tell you about the many contributions that Kathleen Kluber has made to the HKS community, or about how Hong Xing Chang has created an unusual forum for Chinese students and scholars to debate the most pressing issues in their country. I could go on, but I think you get my point. That while it might be impossible to describe them with an elevator pitch, my classmates are an outstanding group of kind and courageous individuals, and there are no words that can describe how proud I am to be a member of the MPA Class of 2010. Thank you for letting me speak on your behalf. I will carry each and every one of you in my heart for the rest of my life.